Welcome to our first video in 2023. I'm super stoked. My name is Bailey Tillotson. If you are looking to learn a little bit more about watercolor or just have fun, relax, this is the place for you, because that's my main purpose, is to make creating fun and not overwhelming, and just a way for you to disconnect from the world for a minute. So if that's you, stick around. I'm gonna just share a little bit of what to expect for this year, and then we're gonna get into ways that we can transfer our outlines onto our paper to do our final piece. So if you have been following along for a minute, you know that I do watercoloring books. This is my first floral watercoloring book that I released middle of last year. It has some fun, really light sketches that you are able to paint yourself. And I even have YouTube tutorials that go along with each of the birth flowers. So I'm going to be leaning into that a lot more this year, which is why I'm going to be teaching you how to transfer outlines onto your paper, because I will be offering a lot more digital versions. So there's a physical option and a digital download option. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to share what I've been working on with you. But we're just gonna get going. Okay, I think that might be too short. So for this one, I'm standing in front of my studio door, super glamorous. And I have a daisy and a blank sheet of paper. So all we're doing is taping. Hopefully no one comes. All we're doing is taping this on top of your page. So I have just regular Scotch tape and just doing a small piece first, and I'm doing just like this. And then if you wanted to, you could even tape your paper to the window. So once you have this prepped, just like this, we're gonna shut the lights off. So you can see it works as a light table. This is my favorite way to transfer any type of outline onto my page, because I can be a lot more precise. So I have my number 2 pencil, and I'm just pressing this against here, and I'll let you get a closer look. So you're just pressing against your page and tracing the lines. It's your own homemade light table. Okay, look at that. We have our finished outline transferred over almost perfectly. So this is why it's my favorite. Okay, so we are going to transfer this cute daffodil onto a clean sheet of watercolor paper. So what I'm using is a 2B pencil. You can use just like a regular pencil that you'd use for your homework. That will work perfectly. And then I like to use just a pen. This one is blue, just so that when I'm tracing, I know exactly the lines that I have covered and what I have not. So before I do any tracing, what you're gonna do is flip your page over to the back. So you're gonna run your pencil along any of the area that the lines would be on the front. So if you don't know where they are, you can lift your page up kind of towards the ceiling or the lights, and it will show you kind of where your lines are. So you're gonna fill that out, and you're pressing pretty hard so that your graphite can transfer when you're outlining. Okay, so now that I have those top flowers covered, we're going to grab your blank piece of paper, and you can just, if it's smaller, you can tape it to the back. If it's bigger, you can tape it to the front, however you want to do. I just tape it so that it stays in the same place. Otherwise, you're going to have like lines that don't connect very well. So I have it taped, and then we're going to get started outlining. So I have my blue pen, and I'm pressing pretty hard, just going along the lines that I've already created. And we'll do this leaf. Okay, so for time, that's all we're gonna do. And once you've finished your full outline, you can take your tape off and you lift up your page, and your paper will have transferred the outline onto here. So this is a little bit more rough of a sketch. Just because with transferring from a rough piece of paper onto another rough piece of paper, you're gonna have a little bit of, it's gonna look kind of fuzzy, but that's when you can kind of come through and see, you can see where your lines were. So you can come through and make them darker if you need to, but with watercolor, you don't want all of your lines to be super dark, because when you paint over them, there's not a way to erase it. You're gonna just be able to see them. So there you go. And same thing, you can come over here and just trace those lines to make them a little darker so that you have more to work with. There you go. I hope this helped and that it just makes your life a little bit easier. If you are wanting to paint these outlines, check out my YouTube video. These are part of the watercoloring book. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you for next week's video.